God is faithful. That's what I'm going to talk about. So one definition of the word faithful is that remaining. Man, I need y'all to catch that this morning. Please, catch that this morning. Remaining. Listen to the word it uses. It says remaining loyal and steadfast, which means that there are some things that could cause him not to be. There are some times that God did not have to stay faithful, does not have to stay loyal at all, but it says that he remains faithful. He remains loyal. He remains steadfast. So if you can look at your life as I can look at my life, and you can see some things as to where there would be times that the Lord didn't have to remain faithful, but you're so grateful that he did. So it says remaining loyal. That right there is just, that's like a message within itself. If I had to just put a pin right there, if you just looked at that word remaining, remaining, remaining. Hold on one second. I don't forgot I was supposed to put that on over there. Okay, it says remaining, to remain loyal, his loyalty. So God is faithful. So this morning, that's the thought that the Lord gave me this morning. I got up and got to moving around and was just in my spirit. I just want you to just know and encourage the people that I'm faithful. Just let them know that I'm faithful. I don't change. I'm faithful. God is faithful. So in spite of what you may do, in spite of what others may do, God is faithful. And then the definition says to remaining loyal and steadfast. So it means that he has all the reasons in the world to not be. All the reasons in the world to not be. There is no, there are things that could stop him from being, but he won't stop. He could look at the fact that, well, Delphine has done this. There's no need for me to remain faithful to her. But thank God he doesn't say that. Well, Delphine has said this. Thank God he doesn't stop his faithfulness because of that. So God is faithful. So if you are in need of someone that is consistent, God is faithful. He's faithful. Very faithful. Okay, another definition of the word faithful is, it says true to the facts or the original. Boy, y'all, God, this is so, I'm a word person. So, I love words, man. Words do something for me. It's just, it says here, true to the facts or the original. True, Lord, help me this morning. Oh God, true to the facts or the original. He ain't no changing up, man. Ain't no switching up the game. Ain't no switching up the game with God. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no switching up the game. True to the facts or true to the original, man. That's what, Lord, I almost just closed everything out and just got up and left just then, because y'all don't understand what this is doing for me. What this means. God said to me, good morning, y'all. God said he said, listen, I just need you to let them know I'm faithful. Something you need to know for yourself and let the people know. You can only give them what you have gotten. And so God is faithful. God is faithful. Check out the definitions of the words faithful. Again, I love words. I love the meaning of words. Check this out. Faithful, the definitions, it says, remaining loyal and steadfast, which means that he has an option. There is an option that he could literally stop being loyal and stop being steadfast. If God was to, based on my behavior, base his faithfulness on my behavior towards him, I would have lost him. On many occasions, I would have lost him. But because he is faithful, God, I want to thank you, because he is faithful. So he remains loyal and remains steadfast. Then the second definition says true to the facts or the original. So he's not changing up. God help me this morning. He's not changing up. He's staying true to the fact. What is the fact? The fact is that he loves you. The fact is that he loves me unconditionally. So he stays true to the facts or the original. Oh God, that should be a conviction on us right there. Because think about how many times have you changed up? How many times have you shifted gears? God help me. And sometimes there is a shifting gears and it has nothing to do with transition. It is one thing when there is a shift in gears, when it has something to do with transition, when God is transitioning you. But it is another thing when you shift gears because of something inside of you, because you do not know how to remain loyal. God, get out of here, Delphine. When you do not know how to remain loyal, when you do not know how to remain faithful concerning some things, God help me this morning. He says, listen, God is faithful. God is faithful. God is faithful. This, I heard him clear, very clear this morning. Lord, where would you have for me to go this morning? What would you have for me to say to your people? How would you like for me to lead the people today, God? Delphine, I just want you to say, I heard him clear as day. 3 words, God is faithful. I just want you to talk to them about my faithfulness. My faithfulness. To take on the nature and the character of God means to walk in the essence, walk in the attributes, the distinctive nature. There is a distinctive nature about God, and one of his distinct nature is that he is faithful. And so therefore there should be a faithfulness inside of us. There should be that is connected to the word commitment that is on the inside of us. God, I want to thank you this morning. He is very faithful, y'all. God is faithful, but the thing of it is, we want God to be faithful, but we're not faithful. We're not faithful when it comes to things. We're not faithful when it comes to relationships with each other. We're not faithful when it comes to our commitments to things. We're not faithful when it comes to the house of God. We're not faithful when it comes to our covenant relationships. It says faithfulness. God is faithful. So then, okay, let me give you something else here to show you something. So we want God to be so many different things, but we don't want to be. But let me show you something in the scripture here that says this right here. Oh man, it says, let me get to the one that I want to get with. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 13 says, if we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself. So even in the times that faith has gotten weak, even in the times where there is a discrepancy, or however the case may be, because life has a way of presenting things that will sometimes put you in a faithless situation or a faithless circumstance, you know. And so even in the times, it says when we are faithless, he remains faithful because he cannot deny himself. Listen to me. Listen to what that is saying. It is giving indication to say that God is true to himself. So this morning, I want to ask you a question. Are you true to you? Are you true to you? Oh, God. How true are you to yourself, Delphine? Why don't you get out of here this morning? I'm going to get out of here in a minute, y'all. Listen, because this is messing with me. Look, listen. How true are you to yourself, right? How loyal are you to yourself? You know it's something when you cheat on yourself. You know it's something when you play over yourself. And believe me when I tell you this, it happens. It happens. To not be loyal to oneself or to not be faithful to oneself means that you are what I call a chameleon. You have the type of spirit that you fit in whatever. God help me this morning. Where is this coming from? You fit in any environment that you find yourself in. When you with the Joneses, you are Jones. When you with the Jacksons, you are Jackson. You just fit in any environment and you're a very dangerous person. But it says here that God does not deny himself. He does not let you nor me take away from him who he is. He remains faithful because that is his character. That is his essence. God help me. I got to go. God help God. I got too many things to do today. Look, check this out. He remains faithful in what he says. He remains faithful in what he does. He does not let me sway him. He does not let you sway him. He remains faithful. And so therefore, I want to ask the question, pose the question to you this morning. How faithful are you? Lord, help me, please. How faithful, good God Almighty, are you? How faithful are you even to yourself? See, some of you just need to check yourself. You need to just look at yourself. You so worried about trying to be faithful to other people and don't even realize that you're not even faithful to yourself. What you talking about, Pastor Lee? I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you have not achieved or accomplished any of the things that your life has been purposed for, because you are so committed to trying to make sure that you kiss other people's butt. You're so committed to try to make sure that you make other people proud, that you cause other people, don't want them to be mad at me. Well, let them be mad. Yeah. Like my mama say, you can kiss my butt downtown Birmingham. That's what my mama say. She tickles me when she say that. It don't matter about you being mad. You can be mad. Only time if you're mad is because you can't control a situation. Please understand that. That is the time when we get mad. Yeah, I said we because I include me. When we get mad is when we cannot control a situation. When we cannot dictate the attitude or the way or the response of how somebody does with things. That's when we get mad. So if they get mad, fine. That is just an indicator to you to let you know that there is an element of control that is operating there. But let me show you the flip side of it, because I'm a teacher by nature. I cannot have you ignorant, so I got to give you the flip side of it. If you catch a person and they get mad because of something that they cannot control concerning you, but then if you catch them on the flip side and they become disappointed, that means that they believe better for you. You got to understand, I've taught this at Trim, and now I'm going to reiterate it this morning. You got to understand and know that there is a difference between anger and disappointment. Now, they look so much alike in behavior because disappointment will cause you to shut down, which is what anger does. When a person is angry, they generally will shut down, or either they're going to lash out. When there is an anger that is there, there is a display to hurt when it is anger. But disappointment says that, hey, I am the one that's hurt when it's disappointment, because what happens is I say, listen, I believed better for you. I believed more in you. I believe that you could be more and do more, but you are displaying to me something from a whole different context. And so that is disappointment. And then anger. Anger comes in a form of talking down to you. Anger comes in a method of demoting you. It comes in a place of making you, belittling you. It's how anger is going to be displayed. So you have to know the difference between the two and when they are being used in context. And so therefore, God remains faithful. Hear me now. God remains faithful. Lord help me. So that means that even when I do something that I should not do, say something that I should not say, which happens on occasion, and then God stays faithful. Yes, he does. He stays faithful with me. And he stays faithful now. He may have to do some chastising because of that is the consequence of the action. And please understand, God help me, that it's not even so much of God chastising. It is the fact that my actions is what's causing my chastisement. I heard a girl say one time, said, God gonna get them. I said, no, I beg to differ. She said, what you mean? I said, God ain't ain't going to get them. They going to get themselves. God, help me this morning. I'm going to educate y'all and help you on some things. A vocabulary means a lot. That's why I love words. You got to know what you're talking about when you say what you say. Hey, hey. Oh, God, because your mouth can cause a situation to turn if you speak the right words. Oh, God, help me. And so she said, God gonna get them. No. I beg to differ, baby. They're gonna get themselves. And see, your actions and my actions is what causes us to deal with consequences.